Survival horror games are fuck. Why did you allow this to happen?
Poor zombies, Jill.
Rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
How did you
That
get
was
here?
loud.
Thanks, Carlos. I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill. They're going
Good
to
save
launch a
mission,
missile
like, get stuck and then you got
directly into the
stuck.
city as soon as day breaks.
At dawn? But that's only...
I know. We don't have much time left. We have to split up and find a way out of here. And hey, watch out for that traitor Nikolai.
Inappropriate touching.
Yeah, and your hand is also bigger than her face.
What was that supposed to mean?
Hey, look out for Nikolai, by which I mean my penis. Get to work.
We need to split up and work together.
That's Resident Evil in a nutshell, essentially.
That reminds me of a comic I saw about Mega Man. It's like, okay, Proto Man, you and me gotta stick together. Yes, we'll work together, but we will go alone. That way we'll both be working together alone.
Separately. Boom.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
That's Resident Evil.
Think outside the bag.
We need to stick together.
Bye-bye.
That's a lot of shotgun ammo. You forget how much ammo this game gives you because it just throws gunpowder at you and lets you make a shit ton of ammo.
It's one big pile of shit.
Like, if I was playing this game normally, ammo would not be a concern. This is the game where Resident Evil just stopped being a survival horror game. And Resident Evil 2 was already pretty bad. Hello. Man, the infinite... I wonder if that carries over to other playthroughs. I don't think it does, which makes me sad.
So, in conclusion, yes, that's a weird way to start my review, but as far as I'm concerned, So in conclusion, that's the way you start all your reviews. Yeah, it's clever.
No, it's stupid.
Are you actually referencing the thing I am referencing, or did you just say that?
I know it's... Is it...
It's from Home Movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's from Home Movies, but then I started second-guessing myself.
It's like, wait a minute, was that a
Because
genuine reaction?
I immediately thought of, go to www.
moviewiener.com.
It's like, why are you saying www.
Okay, but like things just when something's in society enough, you can abbreviate it.
That's immediately what I started thinking of.
I wasn't sure.
It's locked by a system.
Translations, folks.
There are so many screenshots of just out of context, like, descriptions of an interactable in a Resident Evil game, and that's one of the best ones. Oh, shit.
System.
Nikolai?
Nicolas Cage?
Did you appreciate her action roll?
Ooh,
Her
it's a
Dark
good one.
Souls action roll.
Ooh.
So, if we had jumped off, if we had pushed Nemesis off of the bridge instead of jumping off, our encounter with Nikolai would be him shooting at us and being like, "Oh, there is a sizable bounty on your head. I'm going to kill you to get a bounty from Umbrella." Because obviously they're gonna put a price on the head of someone who is trapped in a zombie-infested city in which they have sent a biological weapon specifically programmed to target her for death.
You know.
And then they're going to be like, oh, hey, if anyone's in the neighborhood, kill her and we'll pay you.
Nikolai.
Because Umbrella starts to make a lot more sense if you start thinking about it in terms of, like, this is a company that has a left hand versus right hand, like, just deterioration going on here. There is no collaboration. These are just different executives all making executive decisions independently.
I mean, to put it another way, it's locked by a system.
There's so many, like, out of context, like, nothing interesting here. My favorite... Okay. My absolute favorite is in Resident Evil Code Veronica. And I can't even explain it out of context. Woo, that was cool. I shot that motherfucker out of the air.
Motherfucker.
Ah, fuck. What? Get away from me.
Excuse me, motherfucker.
And
like jelly beans.
And the out of context thing I love is Steve is suffering. And it's just like, oh yeah. Mwah. Mwah.
That's when you do that, you're kissing someone's anus.
Beautiful.
Boom.
Thanks.
Got him.
I will take the facility key. I believe
You gotta go into the basement with the
I
sharks?
believe the only part of this that's actually useful is the plastic.
The advantage card there.
So we got the Mo disc.
Mo disc. Doom book.
I don't think I need to save.
Famous last words. I feel like you'll reference this moment later.
Sentences said moments before disaster.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Oh, gotta love. Hey, I like how Umbrella just doesn't have to deal with HEPA, apparently.
Since Eve. Nothing dates a video like memes. Wait, HEPA?
Yes.
It's Hippadoo.
No, I said what I meant to say.
I don't think you did.
It's Umbrella.
Puns.
HIPAA. There we go. Again, like, that's the thing. None of the puzzles in Resident Evil are good. All of them are puzzles you just brute force. You don't actually think. You just start...
This weird thing where I'm like, none of the Star Wars movies were good.
You just brute force it by pressing every possible button in every possible combination. Like, you're not actually thinking about, well, fuck, what you're doing. A card key reader.
Who's the Resident Evil guy?
Yeah.
That would be enough.
Like the guy who makes them.
Yeah, like the Hideo Kojima of Resident Evil.
Well, like Shinji Mikami made the first. Yeah, Shinji Mikami.
Oh.
I'm thinking about like how many qualifiers should I put on that? None. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Shinji
fuck
Mikami. Because like technically Hideki Kamiya made Resident. He was the director of Resident Evil 2, but like. The second version of Resident Evil 2 after they made the entire game.
Yes.
And then Shinji Mikami made, like, the fourth one. And then this game, like, there's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But Shinji Mikami is the guy.
He's the guy. He wants to be the guy.
So, like, when he got out of Capcom's nefarious clutches, Bethesda was like, okay, make a horror game. He's like, I really don't want to.
I've kind of done that.
Yeah, but we bought you to make a horror game, so make a horror game. And so he's like, okay, what should it be about? Horror!
About horror.
Make the horror game now! Thank you! And that's how we got The Evil Within.
Boom!
Using a special kind of gas. The door's shut. That seems concerning.
Well, he wrote it down, it's fine. Liquid medicine. What? Who says that?
So this was just a disaster waiting to fucking happen after. So if Birkin hadn't unleashed the T-virus in the sewers, this was just gonna boil over at some point anyway. They were disposing of hundreds of fucking test subject bodies in this factory within the city limits.
You are now approaching Raccoon City limits.
July.
Rock bottom.
This is months. This factory was condemned and filled with zombies months before the outbreak happened. Umbrella.
Rock Bottom had a very surprisingly robust public transit system. Just saying.
The buses were moving at, like,
God,
on clockwork efficiency.
all hours of the night, like going by constantly. Come on now.
Like, we don't know how late it was by the time it shut down. By the time it finally closed.
Just saying. No one ever comments. Like
Yeah.
and subscribe.
Look, you know, like, we sympathize with SpongeBob because that's who the camera's following, but consider it from everyone else's perspective. This motherfucking foreigner is coming in, saying nonsense that they can't fucking understand, acting all indignant, being like, hey, motherfucker, and it's like, dude, I'm just doing my job. Yeah. I literally can't understand you. What do you fucking want from me?
I'm a city employee.
It says right there on the sign what time the buses get here. What do you want, dude? So Jill automatically goes through that door. I want you to consider that.
Like Lester the Unlikely.
Warning. Proceeding with operation in treatment room. Please evacuate immediately.
Hey, look, a countdown.
I don't know what Jill thought was gonna happen.
Warning. Transport unsafe.
Oh, hey, you're here. I guess I did just kind of leave you on that bridge.
I did just jump off.
Just stand there. Oh, that shit cracks me up.
So 2 3 1/4 inch floppies hold the secret to time travel?
Oh,
it's the P! Oh god.
I do love when the timer plays over cutscenes like that. I should have saved.
Probably.
It'll be fine.
I mean, you will cut back to that moment where you say, I don't think I have to save.
Oh, thank God, that lets you skip the cutscene. or the boss fight. Okay. Whew. So what you're supposed to do is trick Nemesis into opening up all the vats around, all the valves around the room, and just fucking baste himself until he dies. But I have a rocket launcher, so...
Fuck that.
Like, Jill, what did you think was gonna happen in this room? Like, why did you come in here?
Jillian?
You didn't know that the fucking key card was in there?
Jill Valentine.
This scene, I think, is gonna be really cool in the remake.
Ooh.
Whoa, it just falls down to a big pile of shit.
Nice.
Into the liquid medicine.
Just made a plop.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Missile attack confirmed. This factory, which exists to, like, dispose of test subject bodies, has a missile detection system built into it with a warning fucking, like, recording in. That's like, oh, hey, missile's coming.
Watch out.
What the fuck?
They have a Israeli, like, red color alert system.
This unique
Adon.
camera angle showing us the water bubbles.
Yes.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, Matthias.
We got naked zombies here, because this is a lab. This is technically a lab in Resident Evil. I do really like that Resident Evil 3 still found a way to fit in the third act lab. Every Resident Evil game's gotta have the third act lab.
You got it.
So the missile's coming. So they said, like, oh, missile's coming at dawn. That's only in... I know. That's totally
Let's
just...
gloss over
Let's
that.
just completely fucking avoid any
Yep.
kind of time. Fuck. What's that room?
Let's see.
I want to go see. That's the door that Nikolai went through. So I'm gonna go check out this... I believe it's an elevator. Because I'm pretty sure you have to go through that door that Nikolai went through to get to the end of the game. That horrifying thing, it's like, okay, what is progress? How do I avoid making progress? Because I want to find collectibles.
Where do I trip the cutscene?
Yeah, here we go.
You are the unskippable cutscene of life.
Jesus.
Hope in your day-to-day life your socks remain wet.
It's horrifying.
Don't like it.
Okay, so this
Who's the fucking carnival penis at Lucasfilms?
it's closed with a sturdy door. There's a tiny slot where a plastic card could fit. So literally the only purpose this key serves.
What's the point of the metal part?
Oh, am I stupid? Oh, I don't remember. It says coated in some kind of plastic. Is there something you have to pick up to, like, get rid of the plastic? Oh, I don't remember. I'm dumb.
Safety scissors.
Moving on. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I have an infinite rocket launcher and an infinite magnum. None of this matters. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I'm looking forward to 3. I'm wondering how much they're gonna change. Because, good lord, is there a lot of stupid shit in this fucking game. And, like, what I liked about Resident Evil 2 Make was they didn't necessarily get rid of the stupid shit.
Yes, they embraced.
Because, again, like, the lab, like, the time frame of when shit started going bad in Raccoon City is just all over the place. Because the lab is overgrown with, like, a T-virus infected plant. But people were still doing, like, science experiments well before any kind of fucking outbreak happened. Okay, here's a portable radar receiver. As one does.
Laying around.
I've got the radar receiver. So instead of a timer...
Oh, long loading time.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from you.
I'm sure this will.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's just fine.
I was hide behind this counter.
That was a very thick desk. You don't.
So we can negotiate with Nikolai and he will leave. It will work. But Nikolai is in a helicopter.
So he's
And
gotta
this
go down.
is a Resident Evil game.
You know.
So there's only one real choice.
And we swear to God, this guy's Leon's friend. You've never met him, but here he is.
So look, this is the second helicopter in this game so far. I'm sorry, but there's really only one result.
Bye-bye. Sometimes that menu takes a long time to come up.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm sorry, but that's just what happens.
Well,
Jill, what happened?
Carlos. The choppers.
the choppers.
I blew it up.
You blew it up.
I guess this is it then. But I don't want to die in a place like this. This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance.
Okay, well, you keep pressing buttons.
All right, toes on map, and
That's it. We've got to find a way out of here. Now!
you covered that.
Good job. I'm glad you agreed on that.
Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
So again, this factory has a missile detection system.
You know.
And we have this portable transceiver to show us, okay, here's the missile coming.
There you go.
So instead of
Second
that is
lead.
kind of cool. Instead of a timer for like a self-destruct,
Yes.
we now have this like missile detection thing. I actually think that's a nice touch. So the government apparently was like, fuck this. We're nuking the shit out of Raccoon City. Like, we're done. This is over. That city's going up, you're all going down. Imagine. I want you to imagine what actually would happen if the United States government said, fuck it, we're just gonna nuke a city.
Cloverfield.
I feel like that wouldn't go well.
I feel
like that
same.
wouldn't go over.
You know.
Ugh! So, like, literally at... This is a cool scene. So, there's a Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. And here is the homeboy who fucked that boy up. A Special Forces member is lying here. Oh, wow, I almost missed this. Classified photo. In my opinion, I feel it's too early to use the Paracelsus sword. In order to acquire the G-Virus. So, the United States military sent in a Special Forces unit to get the G-Virus. That's something I always think is funny about Resident Evil. It's just like, there's at any given time 5 different groups, 3 of which are Umbrella, working against each other's interests at any given time.
Just for the fuck of it.
So here's what's interesting is I think Resident Evil 3 is the only game where you don't have to, like, have a free inventory space open to get, like, a requisite item in order to have, like, an end of the boss, like, kill the final boss weapon.
You remember the battery and the flare.
Because you have to have room for the flare so that you have room in your inventory for the rocket launcher to kill the tyrant with. And that's the same thing that happens in Resident Evil 2. I think this is the only one where you don't need... You can come into this final encounter with a completely full inventory.
Checking data. Warning.
And you aren't butt fucked in the ass.
Activate the system.
And I think that's, like, notable in terms of theme, almost. Because, like, for one thing, I really like how, like, in this game, and I think that's something that they should emphasize in 3-make, is that Jill has been through this shit before.
Yeah.
She has been in the situation, and she knows what's up. So Old Reliable is back. So that blob of shit.
Just shitted there.
So there's a Mr. X tyrant. So there were 2 tyrants, 2 Mr. X's. And now that were killed by the Special Forces. And Nemesis is like, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that Mr. X.
Controller's trying to get away there.
And he's got an eyeball on him. So I think there's a little bit of...
Capcom's got an eyeball thing.
I think there's a little bit of G-Virus going on here, too. Ooh, shit.
Got a bit of an eyeball thing.
It's a bad sitch. I wonder how much of this I can actually fuck up with the infinite rocket launcher. Okay. Ooh, okay.
Well, weird.
Wow.
Wow.
Shifty doo doo doo.
That's my name.
Shippity doo eyes. Okay then.
Client
So
wants points.
I think it's interesting that, like, Jill, who up until this point is the only character who's, like, been through this situation, is the only one who's, like, her, like, resolution isn't something that, like, she gets under her own ability, I guess. I'm not sure how to describe it. Because, like, at this point, they're kind of like, well, we're fucked. They're shooting a missile.
That's
And
the
there's
great
no
equalizer.
there's no helicopter. We're just going to die, no matter what. In this moment, Jill is literally kind of hopeless. There's literally nothing that can be done for them. They are totally fucked. Please stop.
Sir, you are being rude.
They are actually completely fucked in terms of the situation they're in. But she's still being like, fuck this Nemesis, I'ma fuck him up. Please come towards me. Why are you doing this? You can save me so much time. Damn it. So you can kill the Nemesis by having him be in front of it, like, the first time it fires. But it will continue to fire.
Fire. Fire.
I don't know where he thinks he's going. So the only way to kill a Nemesis is by using this gun. And it will just keep firing until it eventually works. I don't know where he's going. So what you kind of want to do is, like, trick him into walking through this wreckage. But you can get him on that very first shot.
Hit him with the best shot.
I think I've done so much damage to him that his AI is forcing him to try and get, like, trapped. I don't think I was in a damaged state. This is a cutscene thing.
Warning. System
You're in a
overheating.
hard danger.
Enter cooldown mode.
So Jill is literally in this hopeless situation where she's just going to die the end. But she's still like, fuck Nemesis, I'm gonna fuck this boy up. I don't even give a fuck.
One day he gonna just say fuck it and come down, bust his head wide open.
There is no scenario to which Jill is not just going to die. But she's still not giving up. This motherfucker is still like, stars. So now like, this isn't even a choice. Ignore it, exterminate it.
Oh,
What do we do?
oh damn.
Here's the best one-liner in any Resident Evil game ever.
Uh-oh.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
So boss. She
That
is...
sunglasses come flying.
She is 200,000 feet from dying. She is like 2 minutes away from dying right now.
This is a
And
missile, remember?
She's going, you want stars? I'll
yeah.
give you stars. Only game that you don't finish off the final boss with the rocket launcher. Not only game, but like only Resident Evil
The
game
only game period.
where you don't finish off the boss with a rocket launcher.
You're the genius that put bosses in Tetris. We need you to be Spider-Man. I'm not even saying at this point.
Jill,
Where were
It's
you?
over, Carlos.
Pushing
what
buttons?
are you talking about? Don't you hear that? There's a second chopper, and it's here to rescue you.
But who is it? Who could possibly be looking for me?
It doesn't matter. We just have to be there when it lands.
Nikolai says he has a chopper for you.
Oh shit. Oh, look at this platoon. I think you want to actually like throw that down. You don't
Yeah,
want to wave
that's
that
gonna
around.
get really hot.
You're a dumbass.
You're a DA. District Attorney.
So literally Deus Ex Machina. Just a chopper.
By the way, Brad's back, bitches.
Thanks.
Close
you
enough.
saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's Barry.
It's nothing
It's
like
coming.
Barry sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goodbye,
Barry.
Goodbye, Raccoon City.
Oh, Beery. That can't possibly have ramifications.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
What?
Umbrella's going down.
Oh.
Totally not a nuke. We swear.
That was technically a hydrogen bomb, my dude, so it wasn't a lie. Okay, yes, but our point is you dropped a...
Why does this have subtitles? Why?
Subsequent to the events you have just witnessed.
ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since
I didn't mean to smooch you.
Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally
The Raccoon
The Raccoon City.
Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
So let's assume that that's the grand total population of Raccoon City, because everyone is dead. Literally everyone is dead. Wait, what did I say? There is a minimum of 4 survivors and a maximum of, like, depending on how canon you want to consider Outbreak, 12 to 15. Because at minimum, we know that the reporter character from Resident Evil Outbreak survived, because she, like, wrote an article in Resident Evil 7. Oh yeah, that's appropriate music, right?
Very.
So that's Resident Evil 3. We're getting through these.
Yeah.
Just in time for Resident Evil 3 remake.
The remake.
What a soothing melody to play over this
slideshow of fucking
of a city being nuked off the face of the fucking planet.
This is inappropriate to say the least.
Totally not a nuke. It was a thermogenic or thermonuclear bomb
We
or some
call it
weird
the
shit.
city eraser.
Because like, oh, can't say nukes.
Not around Japan.
Like, imagine the fucking government, the United States government, dropping a nuclear fucking bomb on an American city.
Yeah.
Someone's getting impeached. So that's something I do like, is like, the first 3 games are pretty self-contained to just Raccoon City. Not getting Catherine Disher
Oh my
back
god.
for
The dish?
remake? Come
That's what
on,
we call her,
guys.
the dish.
Anyway. Or like contained to the events of Raccoon City. I like how like Resident Evil 4 and other games established that like this is basically the 9/11 of the Resident Evil universe. Because imagine how like what happened? They nuked a city. Why? Because there was a bioweapons outbreak.
Because zombies?
Oh. Let's buy a fuckload of bioweapons. Like, the universe of Resident Evil is defined by biological weapons in the same way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is defined by card games. Like, military operations are orchestrated around card games. As such, it is with Resident Evil. That's like, yeah. So, I don't know. So there's Barry in the background.
Jill,
I
have this spirit, you see.
Epilogue. So this game has 8 epilogues, which means it expects you to play through it a minimum of 8 times.
Yep. To get slideshows,
giving us like the epilogue of like every character we've met so far except for Rebecca.
I'm sorry, but my comrades are waiting for me.
So there's an epilogue for Jill and kind of Chris.
Chris Redfield.
Claire, Leon, Sherry, Ada, Nikolai, because he can survive. You can choose to not kill him.
Is it like
and Hunk?
An Animal House thing where it's like during the credits and then it pauses and text comes up?
It's we just saw it with Barry. We just saw Barry's. And I have 3 so far, apparently. Yeah, so we have Jill's, Chris's, and Barry's so far.
Oh, Barry.
So you can also get Claire, Leon, Sherry, Nikolai, and Hunk.
Sherry
Oh, no,
Barry's.
Ada. Sorry, not Sherry.
Ada, Wong.
After escaping the city, Jill set out to join Chris Redfield. On the floor was Chris's knife and blood. She hopes it's not Chris's blood. Chris is thinking about how he abandoned his sister and caused her to get embroiled in a fucking zombie apocalypse like a fucking idiot.
Like an idiot.
Leon, Claire's is just like, she's still looking for Chris. Leon's is, he's getting recruited by the government to join the Secret Service, which leads to Resident Evil 4. Ada's is like, she looks at herself in the mirror and thinks like, time for my next assignment. The name Ada Wong is forgotten to her.
Oh, so, just like Selena Kyle.
Except she continues to go
she
by
still
Ada
does
Wong.
that, you know.
Nikolai's is like, yep, I sure am never going to be in a Resident Evil game ever again. And then Hunks is like, you Mr. Death. So there, I just summarized it all.
There you go.
It's fine.
Jesus.
The other thing, the final thing with Resident Evil 3 is the mercenaries.
We'll pull up the cards.
Very much like the mercenaries in Resident Evil 4, but it takes a very different form this time around, because it's still in a formative state. You can choose to play as one of the 3 Umbrella fucking mercenary guys, either Carlos, Mikhail,
You gotta go to chip.
or Nikolai.
It's Nikolai.
And there is no purpose in ever playing as Nikolai ever.
It's Nikolai.
And the goal of the game is to run through like the first 2 areas of the game and just rack up points by killing things, finding civilians and saving them, and like getting to the clear state of the like level.
Scientology? The world's first clear.
You must reach the target point.
Oh boy, it happened! Holy shit!
There'll be various obstacles in your way.
Blah blah blah. I know.
Sorry, my glasses are sitting weird because you punched me in the face this morning.
I apologize. This game is having a lot of trouble.
And it's chugging a little bit.
So, like, I'm hoping that if I just, like, immediately die, it'll go, like, to the results screen, because I don't want to play through this.
That energy drink tasted like if a fruit sneezed. Just a little fun factor.
So it's just like, bam. Get the...
Kablooey.
Yeah, so it's based on time. So, like, when you finish, depending on how much time you had, you get, like, money. And with the money, you can buy unlockables. And those unlockables are the infinite assault rifle and the infinite rocket launcher. So, like, I did this enough times to unlock things. And I'm hoping we can at least see the results screen. But I don't know if you actually have to clear it or if it'll just take you there when you die.
Oh, new Nabisco tits. These are responding.
Oh no, it's a fat zombie.
Oh, is it gonna, like, explode little spider things all over?
Ah. Why is that a thing everyone unanimously agreed on? Is fat enemies explode.
Gross.
I don't like it. Oop. There we go. I'm just gonna go until I die, because I want to see if it shows the results screen.
Go until this shit dies.
Actually, I think it's just the oh god, crows. Let's shoot one.
I didn't. Oh, I thought it was crow pooping there.
That would have been weird.
I didn't mean the Native American tribe.
Actually, I think like you can unlock the infinite assault rifle, but you have to like beat the game in under an hour or something to unlock the infinite rocket launcher. It's something like that. It's always something fucked up like that. Fuck.
You know it's
That
Jeez.
took a second.
That had to load.
Yes.
You know it's a
Thanks,
fantasy of
Obama.
speed loaders work.
It's a fantasy that feeds speed loaders work.
Yes.
Is it just gonna kick us back? Okay.
Kick back.
Yeah. So you can unlock an infinite assault rifle, which I have, the infinite Gatling gun, which I obviously don't, the infinite rocket launcher, or you can eventually grind out and get infinite ammo for all the weapons in RE3.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it takes a little while. I mean, it doesn't take... I still got some money, even though I died, so theoretically you can just like kind of throw yourself into the meat grinder and slowly grind it up, but...
City's a meat grinder. We just turn the handle.
It doesn't actually take that long to unlock the decent weapons. So yeah, I don't think you unlock anything by just clearing the main game. You gotta unlock everything through the mercenaries.
It's interesting.
But yeah, so that is Resident Evil 3.
Leader of the Jackal Pack.
Not bad, considering they basically made it as a side game while they were making Code Veronica.
Got a little side pussy.
Just to give a conclusion to the PlayStation. Just because they didn't want people who've been playing Resident Evil to have to buy a whole new console to get a new Resident Evil game.
And it cost $38.16 to make a PlayStation game.
And it's great because Jill, and it's great because Remake, 3-make, in fact.
3-make.
Looking forward to 3-make. Slowly getting through the catalog of Resident Evil games.
Banging them out. Jill, I have this Magnum. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Good thing we're fighting zombies. Good thing we're fighting zombies. Good thing we're fighting zombies.
Just yell that into the mic.
Yep.
Lean closer as you get louder.